Now, morphology of flowering plants, which is overall we are going to learn about morphology, which is the outer structure which we can see for the plant, which we are seeing the basically the stem, leaves, root, and when it comes to fruit and seed, these are all including under morphology, which is the study of the external features of organism of the plant is called morphology. Suppose the anatomy means which is the internal, inside. When you cut and see, observe, that time it is called anatomy. The difference between morphology and anatomy, you have to be careful. Don't get confused for these both. So in that, if you see, depending on the surroundings and surrounding like habitats, the types of the root, the types of the plant have different kind of arrangements of the leaf, stem, root, all these flower, fruit. So in that we are going to discuss first about root, which is inside the soil. Okay, like when it is suppose these are in dicotyledons and cotyledons, you will learn the what kind of dicots and all. In that, the root, suppose if you see the root system, the primary root and the secondary and tertiary roots are present, which is the main long. We'll move on to the picture. Okay, if you see this diagram, see the root here. The primary is the biggest one. The secondary is the lateral which are coming sides. Still if they are coming in lungs also, our lungs also depend, you can compare with this. Complete this primary and secondary tertiary, all these together it is called root system. So these are like the functions of the root if you want to know first. Depending on the function only, the types also divide. So the taproot system that develops from the radical when the seed is two in the, if you see the dal, any plant, it is two. If it is single like a rice, it is monocot. So for monocots, it is the fibrous or adventitious roots. All other plants which are like big ones which we are seeing daily, most dominant, those are called taproot system. So the roots develop from the radical which are primary roots. That be from there only the secondary roots and tertiary will start. So large number of roots will be attached to this. So the base of the stem has many small roots. Those are called fibrous, which are all you monocot, nothing but grasses. All grasses comes under that. Another kind of root system is there. Those are adventitious roots. If you see those adventitious roots arranged other than radical outside, like banyan tree has big ones, the diagrams they have given, we will move on telling. Suppose if you see the morphology, see the big stem and the leaves and the arrangement of leaves, those are also different types. See the node here, from node to node the length portion is called internode, and there are buds are coming here. Then the flower, from flower, fruit, all these come under shoot system. All these called shoot system. So the down part is root system. We will move on to these roots which are there. See the depending on the type, these are changing. See carefully. See the laterals which are main root here, which is taproot. This is, see here, these are bushy. These are where the taproot will be lengthy, and to if you try to remove the plant from there, this one is very long and it can cut here like that. But these will come if the soil is wet, it will come bushy. The grass is bushy, how the leaves like that only it will be. This is little loose, it can come easily. The adventitious roots which are coming extra, you see, based on the types. Based on the types, there are many types which we are going to discuss now. See the regions of the root. See the regions of root where, if you see the diagram for taproot, there is a down one which is first is called root cap. This is the first and foremost part which is important, that is covered by apex, which are thimble-like structures. Root tip is subterminal. It protects the timber. This protects the apex, which is the another tissue layer which is there inside. It penetrates through soil. So the other region of meristematic activity is the small one, and region of elongation, then region of maturation. So this region of elongation, if you see, what is called the name itself, that is describing these. So see here, the meristematic activity, the cells of these which are small, these are small, thin-walled dense protoplasm, they divide rapidly and repeatedly mitosis to produce numerous daughter cells. The region of elongation, which are here, this one is enlargement and are responsible for the growth of the root in length. It elongates, it grows, it become even mature. Okay, for even the maturation is this one, meristematic activity where the cell is growing, that is called. So the root hairs, these are the root hairs. Suppose if they ask for a question, region of roots, then you have to write these. The types, you have to remember this side heading. So next is the modifications of root. If you see, these are different kinds based on the function of the root. If you see generally, the root functions are generally main. Water we pour or naturally it comes, the absorption of the water and minerals from the soil. It provides a proper anchorage to plants and storing reserve food material and synthesis of growth regulators. So based on the functions, the root also different kinds. If you see in banyan tree, see the banyan tree, big. First it will be normal, that time it is taproot. Slowly when it is getting big, the roots which are coming from those are called, the name itself, prop roots here. The name itself, see, hanging. These structures are getting hanging. Those are called prop roots. So the roots develop from branches which grow downward and penetrate into soil. So this gives a strong support. That is why the banyan tree, Ficus bengalensis, the number of years it is living is more because of the strength it is getting by prop roots. So the next one is stilt roots. The stilt roots. The stilt roots is the root arise from the basal nodes. If you see from side, let me see for the diagram. You see here, which are the, based on the function, it has different. So stilt roots, you remember once sugarcane, how the roots will be, at each node the roots will come at the each node, that gives the mechanical support, where it is the down parts will be, example pandanus maize, it gives the roots will come and attach. If you cut that and keep in the soil, then new plant will come where the node. Okay, so these are for completely different function. So depending on the storage, if you see here, the turnip, carrot, the sweet potato, they have showed, these are the roots which are for storage. means the food which we eat from the root here. The modified root is the here for the storage. So first one, the next one, if you see, this is completely for pneumatophores. Those are for breathing. The pneumatophores are for breathing. These which are coming, the roots are coming up. So those are coming up, and these found in always mangroves, Abyssinia and Rhizophora. See that they have, for respiration they have given. These marshy regions, these will grow in water lodged and a very so much mud kind. Do not get enough oxygen for aeration, because of that those are coming up. Depending on the arrangement of the soil, that roots came up. So these plants are secondary roots which are ageotropic, develop all level of water, called pneumatophores. Numerous pores are there which are called even lenticels, for the exchange of the gases for the plant. That is why these are also called breathing roots. And like these, if you see, there are some more which they have included even for what they are called as. There are leafy roots for bryophyllum. The bryophyllum plant, if you see, the plant will fall down, the leaf will fall down, then the new plant will come. Floating roots like Jessica, and parasitic, epiphytic, like these different ones. For NCRT, in NCRT they have included only some. For NEET point of view, they might ask different ones. For board point of view, that's all. Suppose for NEET point of view, if you say these climbing roots which are for climbing stem, in the climbing stem it come pepper, piper beetle, money plant, these. How these are growing.